Welcome, everyone. Look, I got up the steps without breaking a leg, literally, with my shoes. So, did everybody get the chance to eat today? Everyone's full, nobody's starving, because if you are, we got treats back there. I'm Pumla Schmidt, Senior Cloud Advocate here at Microsoft, also known as Exchange Goddess if you're on the Twitters. Yes. So, level set, everyone. This is not a technical session. I'm not a career coach. I'm not a PowerPoint person, so I don't have, fancy PowerPoint slides. I wish I did, but that was a career choice I decided not to go down. What I am, though, is someone that has worked my butt off in this industry for the last 15 years. Lots of sweat, blood, tears, you name it. I've been through it. So this is my story, and it's also a guide for everyone sitting in here. Obviously, you're sitting here for a reason. It's the Tech Career Journey Guide. Well, actually, it's breaking the mold, right? It's about your career, and you're here because you have questions. You want to, get your questions answered, or you're unsure of something. So breaking the mold isn't actually my first choice of the title. I was told I had to change it. I rather preferred stepping out of the matrix, but I was told there's a copyright infringement off that. I was like, oh, God darn it. I didn't want Keanu Reeves coming after me or something. So yeah, we chose mold. But really, a career is like a mold when you think about it. And when we have career changes in a journey, you kind of have to break that mold. But normally, we just, every day, we go to work, right? Get up, shower, change your clothes, get ready. We go to work. And you work all day, and then you go home. And then you go to work, and you go home again. It's like living in a matrix, day in, day out. And sometimes you have fires in between that, you put out, put your hat on, put your protective gear and your hose, and you put that fire away. Sometimes you're working all weekend. But for the most part, it's these two things, go home, go work. At some point in your career, you're going to want more. And at multiple times, you may want more. Doesn't that seem like it? Once you get a promotion, you're in your role for a little bit, and it's like, wait a minute, I think I want to do a little bit more. I'm not satisfied. And then there's also points in your career, even if you're starting out, where you think, I really just like being a sysadmin or an engineer. I never want to be in management. I actually said that one time. And then at some point, that changes. And that happened to me, too. I actually was in an interview once, and I told my director, I just want to be an engineer. I don't want to manage people. 4 years later, I was managing people. So things change. But that's part of a career. That's part of the journey. There's going to be these changes, these waves. But ultimately, regardless of the waves, regardless of what you are doing, you are the author of your story. It's your story to tell. It's your story to make happen. It's your journey. No one's going to define that for you. No one's going to tell you what's going to happen. What job that you take. I don't say what projects you take, but you have choices. And every single thing that you do in your life, it's a choice that you make. So that's your story. We're going to start off with this session. I'm going to talk about something that everybody can find on the internet, right? Every career coach is going to tell you about these 4 or 5 things to do. But the second part of the session, I'm going to make it a little more interactive. I want people, if you're comfortable, I totally get the whole introvert thing. I'm an introvert too. If you're comfortable, I would like some people to share their stories. Because talking about what you're going through does feel better. Because there's somebody in this room going through the exact same thing you are. And heck, it could be me too. You just never know. So let's start off with what every career coach is going to tell you, right? Define your goals. Regardless if you've been in this career for 20 years or you just graduated college, you really should have a goal. And I'm totally on board with that. I define the goal, you define the goal. What's your passion? What do you want to do? I actually started in fashion. And about 15 years ago, I got divorced. I was stuck with 2 kids in diapers, and I didn't have a job. I'm like, what am I going to do? So my cousin asked me, what do you like? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I like fashion, but can't really make a career out of that. And then she's like, well, think about it. Like, I like computers, but I can't do computers. You know, the guidance counselor told me I'm really horrible at math and science, so I should become a secretary or go into business. She's like, screw that. So I enrolled myself in a community college. And I graduated with honors, working full-time with 2 little boys. One of them went through the daycare there. He's grown up now. I redefined my goals. I found something that I liked. Well, I always liked computers. I took what I liked, and I figured I'm going to try to do something with it. That was 15 years ago. I think I did pretty well. Yeah, work for Microsoft now. So once I defined my goal, I wanted to work with computers, I started making some plans, right? Asking the questions. And I'll be honest, some of these questions here, I didn't ask myself right away. It took me a little bit of time. But I knew what my goals were. I wanted to work with computers. So I went to school for it. And then I got an internship. And then I figured, okay, I'm going to need a job after this, right? So that's who? Who's going to help me get to that next level? And you figure out how you're going to do it. Because each person's goal is going to be slightly different. And then do you need to move? Or do you need to change jobs? You have to figure out how you're going to do that. And then when? Those are the timelines. Because not everything happens overnight. We all wish we could. God, I wish. I'm very impatient. But it takes years for things to happen. And your goals should be attainable. When I first did my little checklist, because I went on the internet and Googled it, I think, oh my gosh, in 2 years, I'm going to be an MCSE, and I'm going to make $80,000 a year. Yes. Yeah, well, no, that didn't quite happen that way. Took me a little bit longer. Put me back to reality, like, yeah, I need to refocus. So it was great that, I asked myself these questions. But I needed to refine them. So defining your goals. And that's where the realistic moments came. When I realized that the first goal that I had, I wasn't making $80,000 a year after I graduated. Yeah. Brought me down to earth. Reevaluated my goals a little bit. And I made more realistic goals of where do I want to be in a year from now? I just want to conquer exchange. Who's all worked on Exchange before? Yes, right. Exchange 5.5, 2000 bad mail folder. That's actually how I got into Exchange. My first job, I was a consultant. And they threw me into a customer site, and they had an email problem. And I was like there for, 3 days? I almost ran out of the office. I was like, oh my God, what's this Exchange stuff? It scared the life out of me. But what I figured, though, face your fears, right? I got to figure out this Exchange thing. I don't understand why everybody's just freaking out about this Exchange server. Nobody wants to work on it, and they give it to the new person that's joined. So I figured it out. I sort of conquered it. My Twitter handle's Exchange Goddess. I've done some crazy stuff with Exchange. Ross Smith doesn't like them. But yeah, I redefined what my goal was. I conquer Exchange. I did that. Reward yourself. So when you meet those milestones, reward yourself. Go out for a drink. Get a beer. Buy yourself a pretty purse and a nice dress with pockets. I have pockets, people. I'm going to tell you. Dress with pockets. I've got my mic, my phone, I've got lipstick, I have my hotel key, and I think I have a picture of my dog in here, too. Yes, rewarding yourself is part of your career journey. If you don't do it, who's going to do it for you? Is your boss? If you have a cool boss, probably, but all of you sitting in here, who's going to reward you if you complete a project? Figured out that bad code. Everyone's really quiet. No one's going to do it. Just you. So yeah, reward yourself. Every milestone that you meet, when you complete a project, something major, do it. It feels good. It also reaffirms that you're on the right path, that you're doing something good. And yeah, all the naysayers that said I sucked at math and science, whatever. Talk to the hand. Look what I'm doing now. I struggled. I worked my butt off. But I'm making something. I'm doing something that I actually like. And I'm rewarding myself. And you should too. When you complete a major project, a migration, hey, take some time off. Because no one else is going to do that for you. No one's going to champion for you. I mean, you may have a really good support system. Some of us do. But a lot of us don't. So if you don't do that for yourself, who is? There's that saying, right? You can't love yourself. Who's going to love you? So reward yourself. So that's the whole career coach talk, right? They're all going to pretty much tell you that. Google it, pull out your phones, pretty much the same stuff. Nothing new. Now we're in the pivot. This is the one where I start crying. The pivot. This is probably why most of you are sitting here. This is that change. Whether it's forced, because of layoffs or whatever reason, beyond your control, you have to pivot. Or, you're not being challenged at work. You're not growing. You've hit your peak. Something's got to give. You're in a toxic environment. You have to change. Like you feel it. Like you're meant to do something more. And you're just going to work and you're going home and you don't know if you want to take the blue pill or the red pill, and all you want to do is get in your car and drive home crying and screaming, right? And listening to music. Yeah, I see a lot of heads shaking. I've done that. I did that for like 2 years. There is that pivot that all of us go through. And it's okay, because change is the only constant. I love this. Okay, we're going to go back. I love technology. So change is the only constant. That threw my thunder off. But it's true. Change is the only constant. So when you're at that point where you need to pivot and you want to pivot, or I go back and say you need to pivot because you don't have a job anymore, it's okay. It really is. I've had to pivot multiple times in my career. And it's always been scary every time I pivoted. So remember when I told you I conquered Exchange? So here's all the other stuff that I've done too. I'm a virtualization admin, VMware. I was hired as an Exchange administrator for 2-3 companies ago. 30 days after I started the job, I was told, yeah, we're not upgrading Exchange anymore. But you know what? You have a little bit of experience in VMware, so you're going to be our VMware admin. Yeah, I just kind of smiled and sat there and like, holy shit. Like, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I put it on my desktop in a lab. But a whole data center from Pennsylvania to London, the UK, not London, Canada, or London, Oklahoma. Like, yeah. Put my big girl pants on and said, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I can do it. That was a huge pivot. I learned it, struggled. That environment, they're still using the foundational layers that I built for their virtualization admin, or architecture, everything. The blades, all the policies. Like, I'm so proud of that. But that was a huge pivot, going from Exchange to VMware, because that really goes together. Ask the Exchange product team. But I did it. And during that pivot, I also learned about storage and backups, because that also all goes together too. But I was still running Exchange, and I also did a part-time gig on TV doing a SharePoint admin. Lots of pivots. Those were sort of forced. And then this thing came along called Office 365. Yeah. Well, you start to go, I'm the Exchange admin now. How does this affect me? How many of you have gone through that, where you're running Exchange or SharePoint, and then your director says, yeah, we're going to get Office 365. Yeah, pivot. What do I do now? Pivoted. So with that pivot, I went into management. Tried something else. Then I went into consulting. Wasn't for me. Went back into Exchange. Okay. Liked it for a little bit. And then I felt the urge of, I need to do something more. I was at my peak. And that's when I came to Microsoft. That's probably been the biggest pivot of my life, going from a customer to a vendor. Not just any vendor, the biggest tech company in the world. That was a huge transition. And I know there's many of you in here considering the same thing, or considering leaving the customer world to the vendor world, which is not the dark side. I promise the cookies are excellent on this side, and the ice cream cones. It's just a different world. And it's just like on premises, right? And then we've got the cloud. Sort of the same thing. In a way it is. It's a pivot. We transition to different roles. Most on-premises admins transition to a security type role, or development, because you're going to have to pivot. So this is the blank page. This is where I'm going to ask you, some of you out there, to share some of your stories about your pivots. It's scary as hell. And I'm going to tell you, even though I pivoted and it looks like I'm, happy and all, I'm scared every day. I was scared when I started, I was scared when I accepted the job, like, can I do this? But I knew that the role I was in, I wasn't advancing. I wasn't being challenged. I felt like something was missing. So when I accepted the role, I was scared, and I'm still scared today. I work with a team of amazing people, technologists. Sonia Cuff, she did the introvert session yesterday. Heard it was great. Pierre Roman did another one. Orrin Thomas, I'm sure most of you have read his books. He has written like a gazillion Windows Server books. Try working with him as a teammate. Like, whoa, I read your stuff. Now we're coworkers. Yeah. Lots of feels there. Like, and it makes me kind of go, do I belong here? But I know I did the right thing. And I've had actually several people in the last week and a half ask me, I need to pivot. not those exact words, but I need career advice. And they're actually considering doing the same thing that I did. And I asked them the same questions that I was asking myself. Am I being challenged? Am I at my peak? Am I itching? And this particular person actually said, yeah, that's me. I feel like I've hit my peak, and I'm just known as the exchange guy here. But I'm really comfortable where I'm at. But I'm struggling because I want more. I said, well, everyone probably already told you list your pros and cons, and I bet you already did that. Yeah, I did that. Yeah. Okay. And you already answered the questions I asked you, are you being challenged? Feel like you need to do more? Yeah. Take the freaking job. You already made your choice. Take the job. He's like, you're right. So you're just afraid to execute. You're scared, you're nervous. It's okay to be scared and nervous. So yeah, who's willing to go first? So I will say, for people, I have a gift. I have 4 prizes. I love prizes. So I do have 4 giveaways. Who's ever willing to stand up and share their story of when they had to pivot. Because it's good to hear others, people's experiences and whatnot. I don't want to be the only person standing here talking. So we have 2 mics. Anybody willing to go? There you go. First prize. Randall. Not the Lego. That's mine. We'll tackle over that one. Actually, before we give the prize, I do want to, it's a little shout out to, for all you Exchange admins, have you heard of Exchange Server Pro? The website, the forum? Yeah. Paul Cunningham, I have his book, Surviving IT. I'm assuming we're all in IT here. Am I at the right conference? So yes, so here's a book for you. I would jump off, but I really don't want to break my ankle today.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, now it's on. So I've had a lot of pivots in my career. I'll tell you one story from earlier on. So I worked for an airline out of college, and I was there for almost 6 years, and that industry had taken a downturn, and my group, through right-sizing actions, has gotten smaller, and it wasn't a good place to work any longer, and I decided to make a change, but it was a very comfortable environment. It was very laid back. It was the only thing that I knew at the time. So I decided to leave, and I couldn't find anything exactly like what I was doing because I was managing a team of individuals that were authoring content for a learning management system, and there just wasn't anything else out there like that. And I expanded my search nationwide, and I couldn't find anything. So I ended up moving into consulting as a project manager, even though I had no real formal training. So it was the classic bite off more than you could chew and chew like hell situation.
Learn on the job.
So, yeah. So for those of you, I'm assuming most of you know, project management's really tough. You have no direct control over any of the resources, but you're ultimately responsible for delivery. So you have to have thick skin, which I have. I guess I'm better than I ever was before, but I don't have that. So it was a tough transition, but then to do that also for a consulting firm where all clients are expecting that because they're paying twice as much for your time, you work twice as fast and know twice as much, and you're going to do everything perfectly. That's a really tough environment. So that was a really, that was a difficult change to pivot to that. Not only because it was hard to change what I was doing, but also when I got there, it was tough to stick with that for a period of time. And at the time, I was miserable, but looking back on it, that was one of the most important decisions that I made. partially because it led to where I was at today, but really, well, I guess all of this did, but because, really because I had to stick with it, and I had to learn something new, and, ended up working out, but that's it.
Don't you feel better? Like you said,
better?
it was the best, it was a good thing that you made that change.
Yeah, at the time, it didn't feel that way, but looking back on it, and I mean, this is...
It never does.
No, I mean, I have probably 7 or 8 major pivots over the course of the past 20 years. That was one of the bigger ones, but yeah, a lot of them.
Because change is the only constant. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You want to do it?
No, I'm just not going to make you bend over and pick them up.
You don't want to see me break my ankle. Anybody else want a book? Go for it.
So my name is Matika, and my first pivot was, I think, right into college, where I wanted to be a microbiologist when I
Wow.
grew up.
Awesome.
However, I did a study, and I'm not sure how I figured this out, but I did a study what a microbiologist makes, and I'm really going to date myself. I graduated from high school in 1990. And back then, science was not all that great. So I did a study, and a microbiologist made $28,000 a year, but these techie people were up in the 50s and 60s, so I knew I had to do something with the computer. So that was my first pivot. So I began at OSU and went into computer science. And so that led my life, most of my life, until I was a consultant. I was an IBM consultant, and I was traveling all over the country. It was great. Then I got married. Then I got pregnant. So then I figured I can't have a newborn and travel, Sunday through Thursday. So then became my second huge pivot in life. So I got a regular job. Now I am kind of straddling rather not to do another pivot because I'm at the top of my career where I am in my current job, but it's very comfortable. It is very family friendly, so I'm trying to decide rather or not, and I know this isn't what you wanted to
No,
hear.
it's okay. I'm a mother of 3.
Okay, so I'm a single mom of 3 boys, 3 teenagers, 17 and 13. I have 13-year-old twin boys.
Rock.
So what I'm trying to decide now is, do I find another career, or I've been in my current job for 17 years. Do I leave comfortability and a retirement fund for something new? So
Yeah.
do I pivot?
We can talk afterwards, because, yeah, that's a tough one.
But I think as adults, our life is just a journey of pivots. So I think some are small, some are large, but I think that's the whole thing. You just have to pivot and pivot well.
Mm-hmm. And how you respond to the pivot. So I'm a mother of 3, and I actually want to cry now. My second son, started boot camp yesterday. I left him on Monday. And I was actually supposed to present the governance session here on Monday, Azure Governance, MCO 20. If you went to it, Orrin Thomas presented for me. I worked on it so hard. It was my baby. And when my son told me that he was going to boot camp and he was being shipped out on November 4th, I was like, oh, because he came first. And I had to let go of not being able to present that. And we'll talk a little bit more about that work-life thing in the rest of the presentation, but yeah, that's a huge pivot. Can you give her a book, Randall? Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yes.
I don't know if this is the right spot. So I made a major pivot about 15, 16 years ago, I don't know. I had left banking, and I was in the middle of working on my bachelor's degree in business finance. And right in the middle of that, I told my husband, I hate banking. I hate where I'm at. And he's like, what do you hate? Write down everything you hate. Write down everything you hate about what you're doing, and start writing down what you want to be. Mm-hmm. So I started. And I virtually hated everything. And And it went all the way back to high school when they told my mom said, "You need to be a secretary." And,
Always say that.
and you can't take math, you can't take science, blah, 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 blah. And so, and he was like, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "Computers. I want to be in computer science. I want to do this and do." And then so I started all over. And so before I left banking, I kind of changed my major without saying anything because I was kind of taking school on them.
Okay,
My
it's okay.
boss knew this though, because he was kind of my mentor, and he's like, "It's cool, you're leaving, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Sure as heck, I'm leaving." But I didn't want to like leave. So I knew that I needed to leave, but I didn't know how I was going to leave. And the human resources director was like, "You're going to get laid off anyways." I'd already been laid off 8 times, so this was number 9 coming down.
You're forced into a pivot.
So, and I'm like, "This is cool." And she's like, "You're going to get a nice severance package if you can hold out long enough." And so, anyways, the whole thing just fell into place. And so since I'd already kind of switched my major and I was working into things, I went over and talked the dean into working me into a co-op program and signing up with Purdue to get into a co-op program and getting me into a defense program. And I kind of slid right into ITT aerospace, and I'm like, this is what I want to do. And I literally just worked into that. It was so funny because I ended up in an exchange program working on exchange. And I got so many cool mentors, like right out of the gate. I'm like, "Just give me your garbage. I'll do everything. I'll be your garbage man." And so I got a bunch of mentors. And so I just got a whole new career. And within, I graduated very quickly with my computer science degree. I ended up with 2 bachelor's degrees. And so, yeah, I worked on it very quickly, and that's how I did my pivot. But now I'm like wondering, is it time to pivot again? Because I left the defense industry, went to a smaller framework, and now I'm like, I'm bored.
If you're standing here asking me that, yes, you need to pivot.
Yeah, so I'm like,
I'm going to be pretty blunt with you.
yeah.
You probably already know. You're asking the question. You feel it.
Yeah, so.
Anybody in there asking that same question to yourself? It's time to pivot. It's how we pivot, right? And I apologize. I'll make sure I can go through the rest of the talk. Give her a book anyway. She was so patient. I just want to make sure I get through the talk. Okay, so we have blank screen. There we go. Imposter syndrome. I have to bring this up, right? It's in every career. We all go through it, for the most part. It's that feeling of self-doubt where they're going to find out I'm a fraud. I feel it every freaking day on this team. And I felt it in multiple roles. The one thing about imposter syndrome is that it's just that self-doubt in our head. It's just a stupid little voice. And we can kick that voice out. Donna Sankar had a great session on it yesterday in banishing imposter syndrome. So I'm not going to steal her thunder. Watch her session. It's recorded on demand. My tips for it is using those rewards, right? When you reward yourself, you're acknowledging that you did something good. You're not an imposter. Making a list of all your accomplishments. When you start to feel like, God, I don't belong here. I'm not good enough. I make a list. I do it almost every other day. I have to remind myself, I migrated a whole bunch of exchange mailboxes. I did all this, and keep telling myself, this is what I've done. I belong here. I'm not an imposter. Because Rick Claus would not have hired me if I was an imposter. And that's pretty much saying that I fooled him, and he's, dumb, and, he got tricked, and he did it. And it'd be the same thing for you. That you spoofed and, tricked your employers into hiring you. Because none of you are imposters. It's just that stupid little voice in our head. We just have to tell it to go away. They'll come back. It never really goes away. It disappears because as we advance in our careers, we keep telling ourselves that, oh, you're not good enough. But there are ways to kind of tame that voice. And then I have to bring up balance. This is probably one of the hardest topics for me to talk about when it comes to career, because I've been so ambitious. And personally, balance, I found it very difficult to find balance early on in my career. And I absolutely regret it. And that is something I don't want anybody else to go through. I missed out on a lot. My little boys, my daughter growing up. It hit me a few years ago when they said, Mom, all you do is work. So all I did was work. In my head, I told myself, I'm doing this because I'm providing for my family so they can have this, 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 and this. But I wasn't really there for them. When your kids just know you as the person that sits on the couch with her laptop that works all the time, or that soccer game, and she's always on their phone, it starts to make you wonder a little bit. And you start to become disconnected from your family because you're always working. And then you start getting health problems. Yeah. So if you define your goals and you reach that goal and you reward yourself, take some time off, that's a little bit of balance. I was not doing that. I actually had a biopsy, a uterine biopsy, and they finished, and I went back to work. Other women ever had it? Yeah, I went back to work, and it hurt. But I was so afraid that I was going to lose my job. And I was so hard on myself because I wanted to excel. I wanted to be perfect, right? I wanted to have this career. But that wasn't balanced. That wasn't doing anybody any good. And I know there's others that have done similar. You're working all the time. You're not taking your vacations. If you have 68 days of vacation in a year, bundled up, I don't think you're doing it right. That's my opinion. I'm judging. I am judging on that one. I normally don't judge, but I will judge if you have 68 days of vacation. Take some time off. Take your lunch breaks. Go on vacation. Be with your family, because they grow up so fast. On Monday, my son put me on the plane to Ignite. He was waiting for his plane going to Fort Jackson. Mom, get on the plane, go to work. I'll be okay. And I started crying as I get on the plane because, my son's going to boot camp. He's 18 years old. Where did that go? I worked half of that. I'm trying to remember the football games. I'm trying to remember, God, when was that play? I don't even remember he was in that play. I don't remember going to a play. I felt really bad. So for you, find your balance. Be there for your family. They are your support system. They're going to be the ones there for you when everything else falls. Balance. And then networking without firewalls. This is building your social network. This is building your career network, right? This is why you are here at Ignite. It's not for the sessions. It isn't, because you know what? Everybody at home can watch the sessions too. And they probably have a better seat, I'll tell you that. It's all free online. You are here for the hallway conversations. You are here to meet people like you. You're here to make those connections. And those connections are going to get you somewhere when you need them. They're going to be your friends. One of my good friends, Randall, sitting right there, I met him in 2013, Tech Ed, NOLA. To this day, we're still friends. I have many friends in here. I'm sure if I ever need a job, I can ping him. And if he needed a job, he could ping me. The connections you make here build your personal network. You're building theirs, too. If you ever need someone, just to bounce ideas off of for a project. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But when you make those connections, you have to make time for it. Go to those user meetups. Come to these conferences. I know it's expensive, $24.99. I'm telling you, that is a lot of money. But we do have Microsoft Ignite Tutor, which is free. North American cities are, that's a shameless plug, DC, Chicago, and Toronto, and we also have Mexico City. Free learning. And then there's online tools. LinkedIn, yes. LinkedIn is a good tool to make some connections. And then there's Twitter. There's different forums. Once you make those connections, stay connected to people. You don't have to be BFFs, right? You don't. Every few months, once a year, ping them. Hey, just checking in. What's up, you know? I do it to people. And people like to hear from you. You like to hear from people. Because you never know when you need to pivot and you're looking for help, that person may be the person that's going to get you your next job. And then the book I was handing out, Surviving IT, Paul Cunningham. So for any Exchange admin, I'm sure you've hit his former website, Exchange Server Pro, which was then turned into Practical 365. He changed it. I used his blog. Paul has transitioned into a more healthy career now. I read this book and I cried, I laughed, I thought, oh my God, that was my life. You can get it on Amazon. And he also has a program where if you can't afford the book, offer your price. Paul is an amazing person. I recommend everyone read the book. It's awesome. For anyone that is new to tech or been it for years, it's a great read, but it's also a good guide. And that's what today was, right? It's a guide. Every person's career is going to be different because what? It's your story. You're the starring role. You're the Oscar winner of it. You define your life. You define your career. It's a guide. I'm just giving you tips. And the stories that the people here that said, you know, their stories, brave, it was their journey. So for all of you, take what you want out of here. Thank you for coming. I really hate that delay. I wish we knew some tech people that can actually, you know, knew something about projectors. But yes, thank you for attending my talk today.